Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2. It's going to be Cure and Classic. Here today on Oceanborn from the Esports World Cup. Bottom right going to be Classic, top left going to be Cure. Figured this would be a pretty even match of a PvT. Don't cast these very often because most of the time they end after like 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. And I do like macro games, and you like macro games as well. So, a PvT here, and Cure is going to proxy to start off. Or maybe he's just looking for proxies, huh? Innocent until proven guilty. Is this Steve the SCV? Merch. Featuring Steve at FalconPaladin.store, but it is a proxy. Proxy racks here. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather here. But I've got my water, and I'm feeling pretty good, and we should be able to get through this cast, no problem. So look, Classic's checking for proxies because he's like, Cure loves those proxies, man. So yeah, double racks here with gas, which means it's going to be Reapers coming into Classic's base here. He's not going to expand, I don't think. Expanding early against a Terran player is pretty risky. And the probe, take a left, man. Oh my gosh, he's not taking a left. He's like, good enough, good enough. I looked everywhere. There are no proxies, except he didn't look exactly where the proxies are. Holy Hannah. All right. Oh my gosh, he's even. Oh no. Is it Proxy Marauder Concussive Shell Rush? And it's an expansion from Classic. Oh no. Now Classic might cancel that expansion, man. He might get in here and say, wait a second. There's not a barracks inside the house. There is gas being taken. No second gas, though, interestingly enough. Oh my gosh. It's double racks Proxy Marauder Rush with Concussive Shell. Harstum has a whole video. He's got a couple of videos about this very build and how incredible it is against Protoss especially. But this is Classic we're talking about here. This is not, you know, GM level Protoss. This is high level, epic level, pro level Protoss we're talking about. So this is a good test for it. Cure's won a GSL. So if anyone's going to execute this well, Cure is on that short list of players that will. I am shocked that Classic is letting this live. I am shocked he hasn't canceled it. All right, man, here we go. Marauder up, Concussive Shell not done yet. He has revealed that he's here. And Classic's like, oh, that's what this is. Okay, bunker up. Yeah, I don't think you're saving this, man. How are you saving this? Cancel it. Cancel it. Cancel it. Canceled. Okay. He waits until the very last millisecond to cancel that thing. He really wants... No. Slow is done. Slow is done. Shield battery good. Shield battery really, really good here. Okay. 2 Stalkers, top of the ramp. Shield battery defending. Just make Stalkers from this point on. You do take damage from the Marauders, but you do bonus damage to them as well. So bonus both ways. And now you don't want to fight a bunker at all. So what does Cure do from here? He can't really get up this ramp, but Classic isn't getting down the ramp either. It's 22 to 25 workers. Okay, I guess we're getting up this ramp. Ooh, shield battery overcharges pop of the Marauders. They almost get that Stalker. They lose a Marauder in the process. Couple probes do die. Shield battery overcharge. Not quite enough that way. What is killing? Oh, SCVs are just fighting at the front here. That's why they're dying. Got it. Got it. Now you don't have any repair for that bunker, though, and Classic is proxying a gateway on the other side. I wonder if he's going to try to make some Zealots. A Void Ray. A Void Ray coming in here, too. God, these Stalkers kind of... Okay. It's like, these Stalkers are doing a pretty good job staying alive, and then 2 of them immediately die. You can afford to sack some probes here, yes. Okay, another Marauder going to die. Another Stalker dies. The Void Ray pops. The Marauders are like, well, our time is over. Let's kill what we can. Every Stalker dies. That guy's going to go down with... a kill to his name, but that's it. The time of the Marauder is over. Classic expanding here. As these Marauders would deny an attempt to expand there, this game has gotten started absolutely crazy. What an opening for you today. All right, man. So, still one basing it here is Cure. He is building a factory. He's like, I need some anti-air to deal with that Void Ray really fast. So he gets an engineering bay, gets a turret up. It needs a Cyclone is what he needs here. And yeah, the Void Ray is just wrecking this. Yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it, right? You just get a Void Ray, and then suddenly these Marauders are like, what do we do here? pretty bad against workers, it turns out. Oh my gosh, depowering this before that Void Ray comes out would be pretty incredible. But they're not going to get it because Prismatic Alignment is bonus to Armored, and Marauders are armored. But hold on. Hold on. Oh, he does depower it. Second Void Ray can't come out. A couple sentries, intriguingly. I'm going to guess for Force Fields more than for Guardian Shield. I don't know. Okay, repowering that Stargate. This is PvT, man. Scraptastic. Cure, building a command center inside of his main. He bought the time that he needed to get a Cyclone out. He actually delayed that Cyclone, didn't he? He doesn't have one. He could have made that Cyclone sooner, but he's like, the Void Ray is on the other side of the map. I'm not even going to be worried about it. So, my gosh, this is incredible stuff. This is an epic level PvT. Widowmine on the Void Ray. No, he dodges it. That little red line that they added really helps, doesn't it? Okay, Cyclone shows up and does not say hallucinating a Phoenix coming in. They're just trying to kill what they can here. They can't necessarily get any closer than this. This Supply Depot dies, but I think that's as deep as he's willing to go with that bunker, with that missile turret there. And the Widowmine, too. That's a nice pickup. We got ourselves a Viking for kiting purposes. Does outrange the Void Ray. Can kind of keep it away. If it tries to dive in here, extra shots from that Void Ray will be good. Classic second base is over here. And he still hasn't taken his own natural. That's what kind of game this is, folks. We're at 6.5 minutes. Nobody has their natural base yet. Classic has a base, but it's over here now. Cure hasn't taken a second base yet because there's an army parked outside. That is a Void Ray and 2 Stalkers. Good heavens. Income favoring Classic right now with that second base. Mule helps a lot. Hallucinating Phoenix sees the Vikings. I'm not sure the Classic knew about those until now, but now he does. And again, knowledge is power. Information is power here. Whew. And this is what the hallucinated Phoenixes are for. It's like, well, the sentries aren't providing too much value here. The Guardian Shield against these Marines. Okay, tank sieges up. Force field on the ramp, but siege tank shots, yeah. And Vikings getting extra hits off on your Void Ray, getting actual hull damage there. Second force field comes up here. Goes ahead and salvages the bunker and lands his second base. But Classic, I mean, he's up 37 to 33 workers. He's had 2 bases for a while, but Cure has mules. And he has a bunch of workers too. So Cure's okay. Have we just kind of settled into a regular old game here? Has Cure managed to turn kind of a failed Marauder Concussive Shell proxy opening into a game where he's actually doing okay? Because that's difficult. That is a difficult thing to do. When behind Dark Shrine, question mark. Classic says, maybe I'm behind. Maybe I should Dark Shrine. How do you feel about that? Okay, finally getting stim here at 8 minutes, which is bananas. Got a robotics facility coming in here, probably for Dem Colossus. Maybe some disruptors would be good here too, but I do like getting DTs. Obviously, DTs are fun. I had somebody do that to me in a 3v3 the other day, and it was kind of just like send 1 DT to every base and try to see what damage you can get done, but I already had spores up, and I had some links kind of hanging out by my bases anyway, so it wasn't a big of a deal. Just make an Overseer, get speed for Overseers, and like they'll be fine, you know? And Terran especially just has a lot of answers to TTs as well. They're more bursty damage units, right? They need to jump on bases. What the heck is a landed Viking getting some work done? Sure. 4 kills. Excellent. Third base, warping in here from Classic. Man, can you imagine if Widowmines were detectors? That's what Spider Mines are in Brood War. They're these little guys. And they can... It's interesting. They're the only thing that can see cloaked units, but doesn't communicate the presence of the cloaked unit to friendly units. It's like, Spider Mine. That was a nice hit. Nice. Keeping that Widowmine from getting out of there. Are we still... No, I thought there was some blue down here. I'm a little PTSD'd there after that Viking got in there. That was cool. So Classic going back home says, all right, fine. We'll saturate up my third base. See how it goes. Robotic support bay coming in. Do-do-do. Income tab says, ba-bam. Looking fine. I guess I didn't quite finish my thought. Spider mines, right? So you walk up with a DT, a spider mine says, a DT, and it will explode on it. But nobody ever sees there was a DT there, right? Unless there's other detection available. Yes, good drop. Huge drop from Cure. You know what's kind of funny about this game? Void Ray, pull back to the shield battery, boys. Pull back. That's the thing about Void Rays. Oh, they are squishy about things. They wanted that medevac so bad. Couldn't quite get it. The whole army comes back to deal with this. Is that Void Rays, they are squishy, but they are fast. And they have good acceleration, which means that they can run from dangerous situations, which just makes them really, really good. I mean, pros use them, which means it's a good unit, right? So Cure's up here with a ton of Marines and siege tanks and says, you don't have any splash damage, do you? And no, absolutely not. One Colossus is on the way here from Classic. But if this Colossus doesn't, my gosh. I mean, he's like, we can kill this. Force fields are probably going to be good. Oh my gosh. Siege tank setting up. You can simultaneously threaten the third base and the natural base from this position a little bit. Threaten it, maybe not directly attack it. I don't know about this Classic. I think you need more than one Colossus, dude. Also, Extended Thermal Lance is not done. He's going for it, man. Widow Mines eat up some of his Zealots, and then the rest of them get thinned out. Force fielding in some of these dudes. Some of the Marines manage to escape back to the medevacs. That's a big deal, but Classic's buying time for range to come in. Cure is bringing reinforcements down off of 2 bases all the time here. We are looking at Classic with a major income lead right now, but if he can't stay alive for the next couple of minutes, that could be the end of it, folks. That could be all that she wrote. So he is making another Colossus. You probably want 3 here. We always say that. That's the magic number. Is 3. This is absolutely bonkers. Classic held that Concussive Shell Marauder proxy so well, and we're here now. And this reminds me of like a 4-pool Brood War game that I cast last week that turned into a 35-minute macro game. Sometimes you can be aggressive. Zealots, they got their speed. They're into the third base of Cure, and it is a third base for this guy. Widow Mines not firing on anything. Stubborn. No, can't get that Colossus. Another one joins the party. Range is done now. That's huge, and suddenly the Colossus are putting in some work right now. It's 70 to 40 army supply. Cure is up so big, but these Colossus can do so much work against a massively Marine army. Dude, these Zealots. 1 kill. Oh, 2 kills. Okay, maybe they aren't as good. I mean, they're not as good as I thought they were, I suppose. Another Colossus on the way. Again, 3 is what you want. Classic says, I shoved away the turn. Let's get another base now as soon as possible. And yeah, if you're playing like the pros... folks, you have to do things that make you uncomfortable, which is taking this space, right? He doesn't know this is going to be safe to take, but he's like, the turn left for 2 seconds. I better expand. Oh, crap. It just got scanned. Am I going to be able to hold it? I don't know. You can't just expand when you feel 100% comfortable about taking it. Ugh. All right. This is a big old Doom drop, man. 5 medevacs, Doom drop. Here it goes, all up in here. Colossus walks up into the main base, cliff walking a good unit for sure. Robo gets targeted down, loving that. Pylon depowering 3 warp gates, pretty good too. Zealots coming in here, just kind of getting eaten alive, but they're buying time for the Colossus to do work. Meanwhile, on the other side, trying to attack into this third base. Some probes do end up dead, but Colossus Stalker DT saves the day there, repowering these warp gates. And maybe making a new Robo too. Oh, 0 kill Marauder, huh? Just hacked to pieces there by our dude, Classic's Speed Lot. Ghost Academy coming in. Okay, Kier says, well, I guess we're at the time of the game where we want ghosts. Yeah, it turns out 1 Stalker is not really much disincentive for you to not pick up and get out of there. It's pretty good, honestly. Then warping in some Stalkers here. Like, Kier knew that was going to happen, so he's not going to just fly blind into the main base anymore. And now I'm not sure there's anywhere to go. New Robo is being produced here at the natural base for Classic. And yeah, adding Vikings into the mix. These Colossus have been putting a major hurt on him. 5 kills on this one. 8 kills on that one. Just kind of unloading here in the main base again. Only Stalkers here to defend. What is killing SCVs? I do not know what is killing SCVs unless you're bringing a DT? One DT has 13 kills. What is happening right now? One DT is kicking butt over there, but probes are dying on this side too to this giant group of Marines and Marauders. Finally, DT gets wiped out, but golly, the dude had like 14 or 15 kills on him before he went down. DT defending here too. 13 probes died. It is 46 to 50 workers in favor of Classic. Absolutely bonkers. Fourth base from Cure is up. Gotta get some turrets up, boys. More turrets to deal with these DTs. Not like crazy numbers of turrets, but having a turret at this base would be a good idea, I want to say. Just, you know, professionally. Have no Colossus died yet? No Colossus have died yet. Again, they're doing a big deal. Hallucinated Colossus in the mix. 13 kills, 5 kills, and 12 kills on those Colossus. They are expensive, but by golly, they are worth their weight in gold, especially with that range upgrade. So we're using this proxy warp gate that Cure, by the way, does know about, by the way, and has not sent anybody to kill it for some reason. DT hiding in the woods. Oh, getting chased, getting scanned, getting caught, and killed. That's it. One hit? Really survived with what? 2 hit points? Are you kidding me? North Force Fields gets some free kills there, including some Widow Mines. Nicely done. This game is getting an epic tag. I cannot even... Wow, this was a proxy Rax with Marauders to start this game, and we are here where both players are at 150 supply and 4 bases, and soon to be 5 bases from Classic. This is incredible. Warp Prism moving out. I feel like this is going to be 27 Zealots warped into your main base. Have fun with that. Or, you know, 1 Zealot in your 3rd base. Have fun with that, too. And then 10 Zealots inside your 3rd base. How do you like them apples? Mules are pretty much done. So, I mean, that's not a big deal to lose those mules there. They did their work. But my gosh, it is so frustratingly difficult to deal with charge lots up in your base like that. DT, no. But SCV certainly died there. Warp Prism... Yeah, must have warped in a DT here and then sent him in to see what we were dealing with at that base. Not a planetary. So 1 DT can get some work there. We're into Disruptors now for Classic. Vikings sniping obs. EMP gets tossed down. Vikings trying to kill a Colossus here, guys. They'd really love that. And then just a big war from Zealots here at your 4th base. Not a planetary. You apparently really need the income here. Those guys get wiped out. We drop more Zealots up here in the natural base, abuse the fact that we could fly, and then recall the Warp Prism home just to be safe. Zealot gets no kills whatsoever there. 178 to 167 supply. Cure is up. Cure is feeling good. Cure is effectively maxed out. Classic has a 15 worker lead on him, and it shows on this income advantage tab. Whew! This is a match. More Zealots, absolutely. More Zealots coming up here. The supply depot wall is more extensive now, so the Zealots have to go clear around, but this 5th base of Classic is dead. He fully retreats back from it. None of the Colossus have died yet until that one goes down, and that one's going to go down. Shield Battery Overcharge does save it. I take it back. Zealots forcing a liftoff of that 3rd base of Cure. Disruptors shoving the army away a little bit there. 18 probes have died. 22 probes have died recently. It is a bad day to be a worker today in this PvT, friends. Pretty sure that is obvious. 3rd base Cure needs to re-land immediately. Post-haste, and he does throw it down. Cure is working on +3 attack for his infantry. Classic's working on +3 attack for his ground units, including the Colossus. Did he actually lose 2 Colossus there? He did lose 2 Colossus there. All right, so another one must have died before the one that I specifically saw go down. Alrighty then. What do we got here, friends? We are, man, not even close to maxed out on either side. Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Wait, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, extra shame on me, says Cure, as he's ready for the Zealots that time. My goodness gracious. Did you catch that Astrea? Who was it? Astrea versus Gumio game that I posted. My goodness, just a couple of weeks ago now. That one was an amazing PvT that came down to the wire. If you didn't watch that, ask for it. Ask for the link, or just check my channel. It's not too far back in my list of videos. If you like PvT, that's a great one to watch. And then there's always Showtime versus Gumio. That was an incredible game, too, from the Esports World Cup. So, Zealots. On their own, not great. They're better if they're tanking for stuff that's doing damage, right? If they're tanking for things like Colossus, then they're better. But if they're on their own, they kind of just die, and they do force some stims out of these Marines, but still. Oh, DT. My gosh, the DTs today. The scan is late. War Prism. Wait, he did not kill a building with that. No, he did not kill an orbital with that. That thing floated is what happened. So yeah, this base does die. Cures comes back in to deal with it. DT causing issues there again. Classic's got his 5th base back. 50 to 47 workers now. The advantage that Classic had there economically is gone, and that's not good because mules are present with the sheer number of orbitals that exist here. Where did this guy go? Did he just land it here? He might have just landed it here. Vikings are hunting for this warp. Can they not see that, really? They can now. Okay, it's dead. See you later, War Prism. This is a win for Classic down south, though. Marching in. No planetary makes this a little bit more difficult to defend if you're Cure. Plus Disruption Novas. Yeah, that's enough lift. Lift up and run. That is the benefit of having an orbital instead of planetaries. You can run instead of just losing the base. You can temporarily lose the base and get it back a lot more quickly than if it's a planetary. High ground on those Zealots. Nova, no. Maybe killed a Marine. That was a pretty good connection there. That was a pretty good connection there. That one was not good. Cure has been splitting against these things for years. He knows how to deal with disruptors. Protoss feels like it's kind of a hit and miss unit, man, but if it hits, it hits. Good concave, and suddenly all of the disruptors are dying, and suddenly this is flipped to where I think Cure has just pulled this off. That Colossus retreating, 7 kills, dead, and where? That was just a beautiful engagement from Cure there, and he has done it. That's it. Nothing left. GG. Cure does end up getting the win. Holy cow. That was one heck of a match. I mean, Protoss fans were like, so... Thought maybe we would have that one after holding that proxy marauder thing pretty well. Getting that second base up way before Cure did. But couldn't quite finish him off with the counterattack with the Stalkers and the Zealots and the Void Rays and the Sentries and stuff. And then Cure, just great micro, great concave in that final engagement, dropping in the main base, causing issues. Sniping Nexuses here, sniping Nexuses here. I mean, just all sorts of problems economically. Worker count down to 19 for Classic at the end of the game there. Despite having this income advantage over the last 10 minutes, Cure still gets the win. EMPs, Vikings playing really well. Classic trying to harass with the Warp Prisms, getting that sucker wiped out, but did do a lot of damage otherwise. I mean, we're looking at a lot of dead SCVs, 53 SCVs, but 94 probes dying. That is a tough situation to try to get a hold of. 3 Nexuses down, no command centers or orbitals or planetaries went down here today. That's kind of a huge deal. Disruptors didn't really pay for themselves. So there were 10 of them. I saw maybe 2 or 3 shots that might have been okay, but really not the money shot that he was looking for. Cure was on top of his game there. So Cure gets the win, but good grief. That was hard fought on both sides. What a GG. What a GG. PVT, fun matchup. Isn't it? I think it is. All right, so GG, man. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.